What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian. This is my brother Cam.
Yo.
And we are Team Redmon, and today we have a fun and a very different type of video that we've never done on this channel, which is we're going to be doing a little bit of a tier list in which we are going to be ranking the more modern sets of Pokemon based on how good we think the set is as a whole and how much we just personally enjoyed the set.
True.
So one of our subscribers on Twitch was kind enough to make a tier list for us, which I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of a sneak peek of what it looks like. And she put together but most of the modern sets, I think going back to Evolutions, which would be the last set on this list. And then we really kind of start with the Sun and Moon era. We've opened up most of these sets. We've got to, get a good feel of what these different sets have in terms of value and the type of cards in them. And so we thought it would be fun to kind of just see how we rank them, how in line our opinions are, and see if you guys agree. And with these types of videos, they're super fun because it's all opinionated. Obviously, there's no right or wrong answer. So if your favorite set is in the lower end of our tier list, don't be offended, and vice versa.
No,
maybe
roast us. Do it. You deserve it.
Well, we'll see. I think typically people tend to agree on what sets are better and worse, but hey, maybe you like a specific Pokemon from a set that people don't give enough credit to. So, but yeah, with all that being said, we're just going to get into this. We're going to start ranking these different sets and see, what we think. However, Cam did want to put a little rule on, right?
Yeah,
You said...
So only, we both get one S tier. So only one S tier, which is just saying like it's our favorite modern set. And then when it came to, we wanted to have an F tier one. So it'll just be the last and the D is the worst. We both get one F tier that we put at the end, that it's our least favorite set.
So essentially,
that's our rule. Only one favorite and one worst.
One god tier, one terrible tier.
Yes.
That's the rules. And one last thing before we get in the video, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what's your favorite and least favorite set out of all these sets, and subscribe if you're new for new videos like this and to be entered in fun giveaways like we just did recently on our last few videos. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this.
Oldest
to newest. All right, here we go. So we're gonna start with Evolution. It's essentially a reprint of base set. So as you can see on some of these cards, I mean, the big ones I'll pull open, but the big thing with this set, besides the fact that it was the reprint and you got the OG Charizard holo, there's also a reverse holo of this. They did also add some other variations in full art cards,
some new things,
such as this Mega Charizard here. There's a few other variants of cards like that, much like this one here.
The Dragonite's an awesome card.
So it was a nice mix of that nostalgia
original and new artworks,
base set looking style, and some different things. I'm also looking at these pre-releases, and man, those would be really cool to get your hands on.
Never got our hands on.
But as we are taking a look here and we go to put it somewhere, all things considered, to me, Evolutions, if I were placing it, we'll have to balance it out, I would have this as a high A tier. I don't think I would use it as my GOAT tier. I think the fact that it is a reprint, I just compare it to base set, and obviously base set's so much more valuable and exciting, but I do believe it's one of the bigger sets that has engaged a lot of old Pokemon fans. I think a lot of people who maybe heard about Pokemon's boom, they wanted to open some packs. Evolutions would have probably been the best set to open for them to get back into the set, or into the hobby rather.
So I'm probably a little different. I personally would probably say at this point, I kind of would say a C tier.
Bruh.
Because it's very expensive, and the best cards you want is a reprint. Like, that's just kind of boring to me. It's like, the number one card's the Charizard, the original one, and I'm like, if I'm really going to go for an expensive set and the best thing I can get is a reprint of original, I'm like, that's just kind of boring to me. I would say C tier.
So I guess it's a B tier for us.
So if we did the average, B tier, and honestly, I feel like I could have argued maybe I should say B tier, so I feel like it's a good spot to have it.
Okay.
But that could be a hot take too. It's very popular and expensive.
I guess, I mean, I get the whole reprint idea. I just felt like, for me, like, if you're looking at newer sets that it was possible to get your hands on.
Yeah, so that's cool about it. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't want my favorite card in the set to be something I could have original.
All right. So there's the first one. Maybe a hot take already.
Already a hot start. That's why I kind of wanted to start from newer, know?
Up next, we have Sun and Moon base set. So I believe we're going to go take a look here, but this should be the EV evolutions. Some of the big hitters, the Umbreon right here is the biggest. There's a cool Lily full art here.
That's
some
nice.
gold cards, which I never care about.
Yeah, gold cards I usually don't care about, but sometimes they have cool ones.
Sun and Moon, for me, it's not my favorite. I don't hate it. This would be like a C tier for me.
It's definitely like not as bad as like what a lot of people think opinion-wise.
Up next, Guardians Rising.
Another
Yes.
set we haven't opened a lot of.
We have pulled this card though.
Yeah,
and
which is
the
kinda
lower
crazy.
Ninetales, I think.
I don't know about the Ninetales.
For-
Ooh, I do like it, the full
Which one?
art normal Sylveon. I think that's very
The
cute.
coloring, the pink does
Pink,
look good.
Just the pink on it.
This is a cool card too. What is that? How with the Raichu
Raichu,
down
that's
there?
cool.
To me, I mean, I would probably put this as a D tier, not in the F tier. Like this would not be like
This is
garbage.
not the worst one. Although I think I agree with you. I would put this D, and we'll have to see at the end.
It will be one of my lower ones.
There's a chance it could be my worst one, but I'm not going to put my worst yet. We might come back at the very end and decide which is the worst by looking at the D's again.
So Burning Shadows is up next. Cinnamon Burning Shadows. With Burning Shadows, I would say a few things come to mind to describe this set. One is the big boy, one of the, if not the most valuable modern Charizard. Then there is it's a very hard set I've found to hit on, let alone pull the Charizard. It's one of the few sets we have never pulled the Charizard from. This is one of the only, if the only modern set we've not pulled the Charizard from. The problem with this set, there's two in my opinion. One is there's such a drop off after the Charizard. Again, it's going back to seeing two gold energy cards as your second and third most valuable cards. The other thing with this set is it was printed so poorly, which is why the PSA 10 of this Charizard is so valuable, that even if you did pull the Charizard, the chances of you pulling it in a mint condition are not that high. And
Very low, actually.
For people who collect graded cards like we do, that's discouraging.
But for me, the Charizard artwork is kind of cool. It's not over the top amazing.
So with all that in mind, for me, I would probably put this after Evolutions, but it would be a B tier for myself.
Kind of would want to say like C above Sun and Moon. Make the argument B too. So.
Well, either be low B or high C. So let's choose a spot and we can adjust it at the end.
Yeah, I think you can leave it in the
low B for right now.
B for
Okay,
now.
here's a fun one. We got Shining Legends. So this is a subset, I think is what they would call it.
It's basically like Hidden Fates.
A lot of cool cards in this set.
Very
Definitely,
cool
definitely my favorite set we've looked at so far. Very valuable. Unlike Hidden Fates, it's a set that hasn't seen many reprints. So the value of this has stayed very high. The only thing that Shining Legends does not have is, of course, the Charizard, which if there was a Shining Charizard in this set, it most likely would be...
Could get the S tier.
Yeah, like it would be kind of insane. So this Mewtwo GX Secret Shining here, it's actually when I first got into Pokemon again, like a year and a half ago, it was one of the cards I enjoyed the most.
wanted
We
it so
have it
bad.
in like a kind of like
Okay
lightly
condition.
played condition. But
The
in
Shining
this set,
Mew.
it's
always what I wanted. It's what I liked more than you, and now I think you're on the...
I agree. I think the Shining Mew is probably the card that
it's so
I
cool.
would
First time we
most
see
want.
a Shining Mew on the English side as well.
This is close to an S tier, but it's not going to be my S tier. It is going to be a high A tier for me. A set that I wish I could get my hands on more, I'd put it in the A tier.
Yeah, it's also, we didn't mention like price and stuff. It's like a $30 pack, so it's crazy expensive. Easily an A for me as well.
So Crimson, really, Pokemon wise, it's the Gyarados. It's the chase card in the set. A lot of people really like the Olivia.
Yeah,
We've also opened
some
up
nice
the Elusive.
waifu cards.
You know, but really not my favorite. You know, Gyarados is cool, but
yeah, that is a cool Gyarados. I will say that, but
to me, this is a lower tier. This is probably above Guardians Rising for me, but not by much.
I personally would have it below.
I kind of, I'm 50-50 in thinking about it. I think you're right.
But
There's-
they're both not really good sets.
All right, up next we have Sun and Moon Ultra Prism, or the Ultra Trainer set. Ultra
is
Prism.
indeed.
This set's also interesting because this specific card, Lily, saw a huge boom, but it's come back down. As if you like trainers, there's a ton of them. They have some gold cards that are Pokemon, and I do like this style of Pokemon card when it's gold. You know, the new, like the I don't like the new gold cards, like the Snorlax and stuff. You like the new gold cards, yeah.
This is just like gold GX cards. That's what we were just saying.
So here's Lily. It's the chase card.
That's the chase card, and it is indeed like, look at this, lightly played, $210. That's
So
insane.
for me, this is a high C, low B tier. I could go either way. Cam would probably have it above Burning Shadows, and I would definitely have it below Burning Shadows.
Yeah, I would not give it an A, and I would give it a B.
All right, up next we have Forbidden Light. So here you go. The big chase card in this one's the Greninja. You have Lucario.
Lucario's very cool as well. And then even the Palkia and Dialga.
It's a bunch of Pokemon that I don't have interest in or a huge connect to.
Definitely for like newer Pokemon fans and
Right.
newer generation fans.
I think for people who played the game or were into Pokemon when these Pokemon were in, it's a very cool set. But when I'm looking around, it doesn't do a lot for me. I don't think it's a bad set. It's just not a set for me.
Yeah, the Greninja is what you want, and I think it's because that was Ash's Pokemon, and like since we didn't really watch the show then, it's like we don't really have that connection.
I would have it somewhere here in C, either below or before Sun and Moon. Probably before. I actually would probably put it behind Celestial Storm. So this one I do like a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
The Rayquaza I think is awesome.
Very
Rayquaza
cool.
is just such a cool Pokemon, and Rayquaza's value is just going to go up and up as Evolving Skies comes out, which we'll get to shortly. Some cool trainers in this one. Cam is the waifu card guy for us. I'm not a huge trainer, but I do like this.
Yeah,
this
that's a good
trainer
one too.
So this set actually I think is better than I would have thought. It's not a set that I would open a lot for myself, but when I look at it,
yeah, there's just a ton of cool ones.
I think for me this is a B tier. I would probably put it over Ultra Prism. I don't know if I would have put it over Burning Shadows, but since we have Ultra Prism there, I would do it like this.
I would give this an A tier. It would be a
A-tier?
lower A tier, but for me personally, so like I would put it above Evolutions.
Up next, we got Dragon Majesty. There's
Full art
Full Art
trainer.
Dragonite that Cam will like. That's his
Very
favorite
cool.
Pokemon.
I thought there was a Rainbow Dragonite in this, but maybe it was a promo. So I'm
My
not sure.
favorite card I'm seeing is not the Dragonite. It is this Charmander.
That is
This is
amazing.
maybe my favorite Charmander art that I've seen in a long time. So
That's
if there was
really
one
good.
card I would chase in this, I'm not kidding. For me, this would be it. I would put this in C tier. I would probably do it above Forbidden Light, maybe above Sun and Moon.
I would have that in my B tier, and I'd have it probably at the end. I like that for sure.
So let's put it at the
Cinnamon.
high end C tier. All right, what do we got next? Lost Thunder. For me, Lost Thunder, Celestial Storm. What's the other one?
Forbidden Light.
Forbidden Light. They're all like the same to
I
me in
feel
my
like
head.
a part of your reason is because these are old sets where we can't just randomly find them or randomly find them for cheap. So it's like we don't open it enough where it's like you don't appreciate it enough. This is a banger,
We
dude.
got Lugia, Suicune, Mimikyu.
That's
Mimikyu we pulled.
Tyranitar is amazing. He's
Tyranitar,
just
that's
like
sick,
Dragonite.
actually, I will
then the
say.
full art Lugia,
The-
and look at this trainer, dude.
All right.
The top 6 cards are all fire.
Tyranitar, I do like a lot. Actually, this
I
is
like
maybe
the
my
full art
favorite.
Lugia
I like
better-
this better than the gold or
And then
the
look at
rainbow.
this cute trainer, dude. That's Gen 2 starters.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this set's pretty good, I have to say.
A golfing waifu.
Timeout,
Dude?
that just changed everything.
What? Dude, how do we not have this? A golfing waifu.
Okay, so golfing's one of our new hobbies this year as well.
That's pretty insane.
That's
right
actually
there.
pretty lit. It's hard for me because I would for sure have Evolutions above all of these. So my pick would be right after Evolutions, and Cam's pick would
A.
be.
That's an A.
So I'll give
Throw
you.
that bad boy in an A, dude. You just don't
After-
want to see it above Evolutions, but you just also looked at like 10 cards that you liked.
I like it, but I
It's
still would
good,
choose
dude.
Evolutions.
Dude,
to
I would
open
not
over
choose
it.
Evolutions over it.
All right, up next, Team Up. Here we go. I'm just gonna kind of skim
Look
through
at
these
that.
quick. 'cause
Latios and Latios.
This
with a
card's
heart.
huge,
That's
very
amazing.
valuable card. I like
It's
that a
very
lot.
valuable.
The Pikachu and Zekrom. I mean, I'm the Pikachu guy, so
And that's awesome.
this card's art, I love it, and it's
such a good
Whale
alt
Lord,
art.
which we love. Whale Lord, it's like a meme for us. But a Magic card too. I love this style of
Very
art.
cool card.
Kind of an alt art before alt arts were really big, you know.
I really like this
Sabrina suggestion's
because it's
cool.
kind of like she's badass.
This is sick. This is super sick.
Gengar, very very cool Pokemon.
Here's the full art Pikachu and Zekrom, and then we have Magikarp and Whale Lord Rainbow. So a lot of cool cards in this set. For me,
I mean, there's a Charizard. We didn't
It-
see it. A bunch of other waifus.
it lives up. Eevee and Snorlax to the hype. There's great promos in this set. I would put this in A tier, and I would do it above Team Up. I would honestly put it above Shining Legends. I would go one over Shining Legends.
I agree. I think it should be A tier, but I would not have put it in front of Shining Legends and Lost Thunder. After just looking at
All right,
it,
so you wouldn't do over both?
no.
So we'll put it in the middle.
Yeah, Shining Legends for sure. But I really do like Team Up. But when I was just looking at it, I was like, I still feel like Lost Thunder had a couple more cards I'd rather have.
Broken Bonds.
Ooh,
Is this Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield? Still Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon. I don't really care for that Rainbow
I don't
Charizard.
either. I have no interest in
It's
this card.
kind of like Charizard's not even
Blastoise,
like,
I do
Blastoise
like.
is a cool rainbow.
Because Blastoise doesn't get enough
That's
love.
a very cute waifu card. We
Um,
actually have it.
Red's Challenge,
That's
I think,
awesome.
sick.
It reminds you of the original Pokemon game.
And this card's
That's a
very
nice,
cool.
very cute alt art.
For me, this is either low B or high C. I actually think I'd probably put it below Burning Shadows, above Dragon Majesty.
I'd put it B.
Okay, so
And I think you can put it behind Burning Shadows because
Okay.
it's kind
it
of
doesn't do anything
it's
for
a
me.
little
I'm just
bit overrated. It's always
That's what I'm
been
saying, dude.
expensive, and,
Everyone-
like, even there, I did like a few cards, but like I don't love
Oh,
the number
boy.
one card.
Up next, this one. Here you guys go.
Oh sheesh.
Unified
This
Minds.
is greatness. Now you have to actually look at these cards for a second, because oh my lord, this set is
Okay,
fire,
here we go.
dude.
Cam's card, Chase
The
card.
Dragonite, so cool.
Misty's Favor is a very
Amazing
cool card.
waifu.
This card I think is one of the
Pretty
coolest
cool
in the set.
alt art. It's kind of funny too, Raichu's. That's a good alt art.
So the alt arts I do like.
I would personally, that's an A for me.
Okay, for me it'd be a high B. I would definitely have it below Evolutions, but for you, I
would
know.
not have it below.
So
I'm willing to do B if you put it first.
I'll do first B, or I would put it over Lost Thunder. I would have it here. Like I would have Evolutions in front of those, but I would have that there
Yeah,
and
I
there.
think it's fair. Okay, yeah, I do like it more than Lost Thunder. Like, it's
So I'm cool with that.
and there's a chance that might make my S tier.
Hidden Fates.
Ooh.
So this is just the normal vault. This is the best cards. Honestly,
Jesse and James. Besides
cool.
that, there's nothing really else.
the
This is
shiny
where
vault
the
of
the
Hidden
real fun
Fates,
is.
baby. My set now. This is definitely one of, if not my favorite modern sets. For the longest time, the Charizard was my chase card. We finally did pull it. We ended up pulling it a few times now, actually. Here's the Mewtwo,
That's
a
sick.
super cool card. The Charizard's the big one. Cam doesn't love this
I
card.
don't love that Charizard. I love
I
its background,
love it.
but I don't love the Charizard.
Love that Charizard. This
I
Eevee's
love
super
the Eevee.
cute.
Just pulled that finally.
Charmander,
and
Here's Umbreon. So a lot of great cards. This is for sure my top of A tier here, even over Shining Legends. I understand that Shining Legends may feel more desirable because we can't get our hands on it. I just think as an overall set, it's one of the most fun things to open. No matter how much you open it, you still want to open more. It's also in the running for my S tier, so that's where I would have it.
I would give this an A, but I definitely wouldn't have it above Shining Legends. I think it's fair to have it an A. Doesn't
We'll
really
put it
matter
here
where you
for right
put
now,
it.
and then we'll
Yeah.
figure out what we're
I think
doing.
it's-
Up next, my other favorite set on the list, Cosmic Eclipse. The crazy thing about this set is it's not even the big chase cards that do it for me.
It changes what I just said though too, because again, the best card is that Charizard, and I don't even really like it that much.
Yeah, so here's the Charizard. We have a Rosa.
Oh.
Lily's Full Force is cool. We have some tag team
Whoa,
trainers.
You skip the Alt-Art, the
Oh.
Arceus, that's a dope one.
He's not my favorite Charizard, but you do get a Rainbow Charizard in the set. You get a really great trainer, one of the more valuable trainers out there. Another great trainer. So you get two really good
Yeah.
trainers.
Oh, you can get a ton
Three.
of trainers. No, there's so many good trainers in this
Yeah,
set.
so I
Like
love the
red
tag
and blue,
teams.
That's awesome. Yeah, the tag teams are very cool. That
Um,
Alt-Art is very cool.
I've never seen this in person. I'd like to see that
very
card in
hard
person.
to pull.
The Blastoise and Piplup's very cute.
Yeah,
I like
the
that.
Alt-Art of it.
This is one of our all-time favorite cards. This was my first chase card ever when I
Yeah.
got back into Pokemon.
Just reminds me of like the anime original. first
Yeah,
episode
the nostalgia,
so much.
and it's because I'm such a Pikachu guy. One of my all-time favorite cards.
I love that one. Reminds me of like the show and the video game, like your starting thing. Just very cool.
And Blastoise and Piplup. It's just really another cool alt art card of that. So for me, this and Hidden Fates are my top two on this list. For the time being, I'll put it there. That's where I would put it. Now, where would you
I would
adjust?
give it an A, and I do think I'd have it in front of Hidden Fates. I don't know if I'd put it in front of Unified Minds.
All right, up next, let's try to go a little quicker here. I know this video is going to be way longer than I expected. We have Sword and Shield base. Wow, we're just now to Sword and Shield. So
Yeah,
Sword and Shield. It's interesting. The Marnie Full Art is the best card over the Marnie Rainbow.
So this is where TCG is a little off. I do think the Rainbow sells for more, but I don't know. It might not in a PSA 10. But I will say this right off the bat, it is definitely an underrated set. I truthfully think it's underrated.
So you got the Gold Dogs.
The Gold Dogs is sweet. I love the Marnies in the Rainbow and non-Rainbow. The Rainbow Snorlax is also a very cool one. I don't think it's like a god tier set, but like people for the longest time were like, oh, it's like a $3 pack. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I would put it.
It's pretty good.
I would put it over Sun and Moon, and I would maybe put it over Dragon Majesty.
I would have it bottom B, but I feel like
Sure, I'm with that.
I think it's fair. Dragon Majesty was kind of disappointing when I looked.
Rebel Clash.
Oh goodness.
Here we go. Ready for
is
some
interesting.
bangers? Boss's Orders, #1 card, baby. There you
Okay.
go.
I do think actually the Sonya, if that's how you say it,
Yeah,
her and
probably.
the rainbow one is the one you want the most.
Okay.
We do have we pulled the Cinderace Rainbow, our first ever.
Yes, it does give me a little bit of a boost. When I just got back into it, I bought a few packs from a GameStop, and like the first 2 packs
And I will
opened.
just say right off the bat, this Ninetales, open this real quick because I've never seen this, and this looks amazing with
It
the
does look
background.
pretty cool. I would be putting this in the D
D
tier, and
D
I would
and D.
probably go over. It would be better than Pikachu, and it'd be maybe right behind
I put it
Crimson, or
behind Crimson, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know,
Yeah,
dude.
so
Yeah,
it's down there.
rough.
Darkness Ablaze. Charizard hunting again. The original Charizard VMAX. That's the one thing I do got to give this card credit for. Some
The
rainbows.
Scissor VMAX is pretty cool, but there's just not that much.
I don't
this
like
set.
it, dude.
They needed to add more.
I would be putting this C tier for me.
It needed like one more piece in it.
All right, so this is the set that really got us kind of back into Pokemon. When we started to open up packs, it was Champion's Path and Vivid Voltage.
Yeah, and it was so hard to find when we got. This was the set that you could not find anywhere when we first got back.
Because the Charizards were what everyone wanted. This set really is Charizard or bust. We've opened it a million times. One of the hardest sets to open because you miss so much. Yeah. To me, this is a high B tier set because of the value of those Charizards. Like, I would put it above all of those except for evolutions. The fact that it's only Charizard does hurt it, but the cards were some of my first chase cards, so it has like nostalgia value.
The Rainbow Charizard is actually, I think, my favorite modern Charizard. I love the Rainbow Charizard.
Vivid Voltage, baby, another one of my favorites. For those Pikachu lovers out there like me, probably the set we've opened up the most in terms of like modern sets. The Rainbow Pikachu is just chunky chew. You gotta love him. It was
so cool.
One of my favorite modern cards of all time. Super hard pull rate. We've opened.
Although it's become easier, the price has dropped a lot.
It has, which is good for people who want to snag it. The Pikachu V Lemonade, another card that I just absolutely love. The coloring in that card is just.
Sometimes I debate if I like him more than the Chunky Chew. It's such a badass Pikachu.
They got some cool trainers in this set. There's a lot of other good rainbows and stuff. The thing that I think this set deserves credit for, though, is the Amazing Rares.
Are very good.
The Amazing Rares in this set, it was the first time that really Pokemon introduced this style of card. Yeah. And they did it again in Shining Fates. And to me, the Shining Fates Amazing Rares are just... and the Amazing Rares in Vivid Voltage, not only were they, I thought, a fair pull rate, they're just so cool looking. You pull the Rayquaza, the Celebi,
Jirachi,
and you're just like, dude, these cards pop, and they look so different, but yet so artistic. The color blast. So, I mean, now people have gotten used to them, but I mean, just when you first cracked open your first few boxes and you saw them, they were so exciting. It also was the first set that really got back into.
Yeah.
To me, this is
so much Vivid.
This would be A tier. It would be above Unified for me. I think it'd be below Unified for you. Shining Fates.
So just quickly,
here's the normal.
The Skyla's amazing. The Pokekid's amazing.
Good trainers. Better normal vault than Hidden Fates.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So interesting. I have not looked at this in a while.
Yeah,
so we have Charizard and then Suicune, Drizzle, and Inteleon as the next.
Inteleon. I think people like Inteleon. Some of that makes
weird.
sense.
Okay.
Very weird though.
So a lot of the VMAXs are actually low. It's these other baby shinies that are making more of a push for the value. The other thing that's just so sad with this set is you see a 173 and then you see $30.
Yeah.
No one thought Shining Fates was going to be like that. I would put it below Champion's Path.
Whoa, I don't know. I'd say B and I'd put it in front of Champions.
Okay, it's close for me. So Battle Styles up next. All you got to see here. This is literally
there's a couple cool. The Houndoom. There's some other alt arts that are cool. That Tyranitar.
Tyranitar.
It truthfully is amazing. And that
great
Urshifu,
artwork. Great artwork.
That Urshifu might be even better. We don't have that one.
Hit rate terrible. ETBs worst ETBs of all time.
Yeah, that's
I to me this is high end D tier. It could go C.
I was gonna say C. I think it deserves the C.
Like there?
Yeah, I'd probably put it in front of Darkness Ablaze.
The most recent set, before we get to Evolving Skies, the set about to come out. Cool arts in this set. You got the Blaziken.
The Blaziken, the Moltres, my personally favorite. Blaziken's really cool, although I personally like the Moltres more.
It doesn't do a lot for me.
Yeah,
the Moltres I do like.
Easily the best card.
That's a cool card. I do like that a lot.
I just don't care about the Pokemon as a new Pokemon or whatever. The Snorlax I really like. Second favorite card.
Yeah, so for me, it wasn't the set for me. I would probably put it above Battle Styles.
Yeah, I would give it a B for me. I think
I'd give it a low end B.
I would put it above Sword and Shield and maybe below Unbroken. Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think that's a good spot.
So I do think Chilling Reign's another kind of, I don't want to say underrated because like we're just giving it a B, but like Chilling Reign and Battle Styles, I think it became so easy to find where people kind of take it for granted.
Hello from the future. Wow, we just totally ruined the flow of the video, I know. But the truth is, we filmed this video a few weeks back and just life happened and I didn't get to it as quickly as I wanted. And since then, Evolving Skies has already been out for a little bit now. But now that we've seen it, where would you have it?
I mean, it's for sure in the second tier, the best. Above Vivid, above Hidden Fates for me, and above Shining Legends. And then, I mean, if Unified Minds was my S tier, my one and only, I would almost debate giving that to Evolving Skies because Dragonite's in this set.
Yeah.
And that was really why I loved Unified. So, I think this one has potential to be an S tier, dude. It's an amazing set.
I like this set so much where I would have it close to my S tier. I don't think I'd put it above Cosmic just yet. I don't think that's fair to do.
I like Cosmic a lot.
But I would.
It's better than Vivid, right?
I would have it better than Vivid. I love Vivid.
Vivid. I like Vivid too, but you were
Vivid's like an A. This would be like an S tier for me. But I just wanted to show you guys. It's actually something I haven't done this with modern products in a while, but I've liked the set enough. Where I've went ahead and I've started to slowly, it doesn't look like it from this page.
I know, it's so funny.
But I've started to slowly try and get all of the alt arts and things of that sort. But this is going to just be like a binder I'm starting where it's going to have full arts,
really show
alt
our
arts.
collection all that time. I mean, we do on stuff.
So
this is like our own little binder you can see.
Yeah, so most of the we've pulled, I should say, a few of these.
These are all like alt arts. Like there's just so many in this set.
Yeah.
The Umbreon.
The Umbreon's
so
one of my
sick.
favorites for sure. The Rayquaza's obviously amazing.
Is my favorite. Like what?
This is one of the few we actually did pull ourselves. And again, the spaces are for other full art cards that will be added in. But here's the Sylveon VMAX alt art. We got the Glaceon. This is actually one of, if not my favorite cards, because there's a really cute Pikachu right there. You can see. Leafeon, we did actually pull that one ourselves. Pulled the rainbow.
True.
This one just came in today. The Umbreon VMAX.
I mean, that's the second best card in the set.
Then
you will see no Rayquaza VMAX yet because it's just too much money to buy.
And just obviously, we will also collect, some of the other cards in the set. But I did just want to kind of show that to say, like, we've seen enough. It's in our top tier. So
it's amazing.
Yeah. So if it's not God tier, it's pretty dang close. And now I am going to let past Brian and Cam finish up the video. But yeah, that's our take on Evolving Skies. So these are our F tiers, okay?
Rainbow Gyarados, you couldn't do enough.
Sorry, Gyarados. And then for your A tier or your S tier, what is your S tier? Is it Unified? I'm going to go Cosmic.
I almost want to say Cosmic, but we said we won't say the same.
No, if you say Cosmic, I'll do Hidden Fights. It makes my life easier. I think they're the two best, so... But you choose.
So Unified up there, baby.
I knew you would.
I love the top 4 cards. I love them.
So there you have it. There is our list, our tier list of modern cards.
What was our, we need to know our worst picks, our best picks. Evolution's probably the most debatable pick. But... Yeah,
there would definitely be some things I would switch up if we could. Like, if we were doing individual lists, it'd be a lot different. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know this list. If you want to fill out this list, we can also post it. I'll share the link in the description. And tell us what it is that you agree with, don't agree with, and what's your favorite set and worst set. And we've also started posting stuff on an Instagram and TikTok for all Pokemon stuff related. So there's a Team Redmon Pokemon Instagram account and a Team Redmon TikTok account. I'll have the links to those as well. And just follows help and gets more people involved in the hobby and helps us continue doing this kind of stuff. So we'd really appreciate it if you check it out. And yeah, if you liked the video, leave a like, let us know in the comments what your thoughts were, and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.